Welcome to a Euphree troubleshooting guide. If you find that your bike is making a buzzing noise from the rear wheel, here is a guide to help you fix it. If something is loose on the bike, it can cause a buzzing noise. The most likely culprits are the bolts located on top of the fender, the bolts where the fender rods attach to the bike, or the two bolts that attach the fender to the frame of the bike. Start by tightening the two bolts on top of the fender. Then tighten the two bolts where the fender rods attach to the bike. If neither of these are the culprit, then you'll need to tighten the two bolts that mount the fender to the frame. This will require removing the rear wheel. Start by cutting the zip ties that secure the motor cable to the frame. Then carefully unplug the motor cable. Thread the motor cable through the derailleur guard and then slide the black nut cap down the cable. Using a crescent wrench, loosen the two nuts that hold the rear wheel on the frame. You can use a socket to help finish the job, but this isn't necessary. After the drive side nut has been fully loosened, slide the nut, washer, and derailleur guard down the cable. Once all three have been removed, carefully take off the rear wheel. Using a Phillips screwdriver, tighten the two bolts that mount the fender to the frame. Take this time to make sure the two other pairs of bolts are tightened as well. After everything has been tightened, lift the wheel back into place and slide the derailleur guard, washer, and nut back up the cable in that order. Once the wheel is in place, tighten the bolts that hold the wheel to the frame. Thread the cable back under the derailleur guard and plug it back in. Remember to use the two arrows on either side of the plug to make sure that it's plugged in correctly. The two arrows should point towards each other. Finally, use some zip ties to fasten the cables to the frame. Now you're ready to ride. Thanks for watching.